Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn daily energy, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. Also, this is a timeless reading, so this is for whenever you feel drawn to hear the message. We have Six of Wands, we have the Hangman, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Tower, we have the Strength, we have the Judgment card, and we have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands for overall energy represents communication between you and someone else. Either they reach out to you or you reach out to them. Let's see. I feel like you finally come to the conclusion that something has to change. We've got the Six of Wands, which is success and victory and rising above. We have the Hangman, which is about looking at things from a different perspective, but he also has all of his coins are falling out of his pocket. So I feel like that's letting go of something. Maybe that saying, pick your battles, kind of came into mind, you know. Maybe you kind of realize that there are a lot of battles that you are fighting that you don't really need to fight, and that that's something that you can rise above, that you can step away from it, that you can take a rest from it, that it's something that you can just let go of. And that, again, pick your battles. So maybe that's sort of the energy, you know, that you're in right now, and that helps to develop in, you know, taking a step back. If you see that there's somebody, maybe sometimes there are people around us that like to stir the pot, and those people like when they're making other people feel miserable, or they're stirring the pot and they're riling everything up and then they take a step back and they just like to, you know, grab their bag of popcorn and watch and see what happens. And maybe you've realized that there is some energy like that around you, and you are finally learning, or you need to realize that, hey, I'm going to take a step back. I'm not going to get involved in this craziness, that I am going to choose my battles, and I am going to stay strong and confident. I feel like you kind of have that aha moment where you're like, yeah, I realize that this energy is around me, and I realize that this is something that I have to change, okay? I realize that this is something that needs to change. And sometimes that's a tough thing, because sometimes it takes us quite a few times, not everybody, but sometimes because we're in the midst of it, we don't even realize what's going on around us, because we're in the midst of it and we don't even realize who's the instigator and what's going on. And until we kind of step back, and then we feel that, okay, why is it when I'm in this energy, I'm always having like this anxiety and I'm getting caught up in this? And it's like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on here? I need to rise above this situation. I need to let things go. I need to not let these things bother me. And it's also, I feel like the Tower is about like retraining yourself to almost like catch the triggers. Like if there's certain people around you or situations, it's okay, that's a trigger that's going to make me go into this, you know, drama-filled energy or this negative energy where I don't really want to be. I feel like maybe this is something that has been delayed, that maybe it's, like I said, sometimes it takes us a while. Sometimes it's like this repetitive energy situation, and then we finally realize like, this is what's going on, and this is the energy that I don't want to be in, okay? Taking control, the Magician, okay? Taking it into your own hands. I love how his hands are reaching out there. And then we have the hands that are just kind of letting go here. It's like, I'm taking control of the situation. Ace of Wands. You are taking control of this situation. You are not letting this situation take control of you. That you are learning when to walk away, and what you need to fight for and what you need to walk away from. And that can be Like I said, it can take some time. To not worry about things that we can't control or that are not going to affect us. Maybe it's, well, I'm worried how so-and-so is going to feel about it. Well, how do you feel about it? How is it making you feel? Is it giving you this anxiety? Is it giving you this stress? Why is it that you have to stay in this energy to keep somebody else happy? Why is it that they get to be happy and you know, you're the one that's with all this stress and all this anxiety with when you're the one that's in this Nine of Swords? If that person can't understand that you don't want to be in the Nine of Swords, then why do you want that person around you? I mean, that's it's just a question, you know. That's something just to look at. Look at this. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Okay? Standing up for what you want to have happen, making your dreams real, making your goals be real, instead of making the other person happy. Hermit. Looking within. Okay, the Hermit is about looking within and finding those answers and realizing that maybe you have to take a step back. Maybe you have to change up this energy, and this energy that is, you know, maybe putting you in this drama, or that is giving you this stress, that is giving you this Nine of Swords energy. What is it that you can do? Is, you know, stepping back from this energy. Seeing who's causing it, what's causing it, what's triggering it, and how you can change that. The Tower to the Ten of Cups. I love it. Rebuilding in this Ten of Cups energy, okay? Rebuilding in this Ten of Cups energy. So exciting, okay? Positive change, realizations coming in for you. I personally, because we all have our own choices, I would rather be by myself than be in a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a partnership, that makes me miserable, that makes me feel like I'm walking on eggshells, that makes me stressed, that gives me anxiety. I would rather be by myself. I'd rather be warm and cozy on the couch with my girls, Gertrude and Lexi, snuggling in a warm blanket and being happy, drinking hot cocoa, rather than being in a relationship or being friends with somebody that makes me feel yucky. 100%, that's so much better. All right, so what is your Ten of Cups? Rebuilding to get to your Ten of Cups. Feeling emotionally happy, feeling lighter, feeling happy, okay? Being confident, making those tough decisions, you know. Sometimes we have to make those tough decisions about who, you know, how are we going to handle these relationships, who we're going to have in our life and who we're not going to have in our life, and then letting them know, communicating to them and saying, you know what, I don't think this is going to work. Or what are these things that we can change, because this is how it's making me feel. This is making me feel this Nine of Swords energy. And what can we do to work on this so that I'm not feeling in this Nine of Swords energy? And if the other person doesn't want to work on it and doesn't, then that really is, you know, that really shows you who they are. Chariot, moving forward, okay? Moving forward, having that aha moment, realizing, okay, there's some things I have to change up here. Eight of Swords, Three of Wands with the Fool on the sail. Looking towards the future. Are you being held back by the situation because you're so busy being in this Nine of Swords energy all the time? Are you being held back? Are you holding yourself back because you're not making the decisions that you need to make in order to change this up and go for your Nine of Cups? Are you holding yourself back? Are you making up excuses for someone else's bad behavior? And let me tell you, I have done that way too many times, and I will not do that anymore. Are you making excuses for someone else's bad behavior and you're the one that's being held back? They're happy because they're being the way that they're being. They're happy. But I feel like you are not. So it's time to step away. It's time to change things up, to reach your 10 of Cups, to reach your 9 of Cups, and what your future is going to look like. I feel like it's going to be different. It's going to be different because you're going to make the choices that are best for you, that make you happy, and you are finally going to take things into your own hands. This is something that has been delayed, but maybe you weren't ready before. Maybe you weren't ready to see it. Maybe you weren't ready to deal with it. But I feel like now you're ready to deal with it. Now you're ready to take control of this situation. And good for you for seeing that. That's a tough move. That's a tough thing. But it's very rewarding. It's very rewarding. Let's see this one here, Giraffe Spirit. See the big picture. I love it. I feel like that's kind of the 3 of Wands. Seeing the big picture of what's going on around you. Who's happy and who's not happy? Who's in 9 of Swords and who's in 9 of Cups? Are they in 9 of Cups and you're in 9 of Swords? Seeing the big picture to what's going on. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.